Alright guys, it's me the Tycoon coming back to you with another review, and this is of the Penguin Season 1 finale. It's out on Sky Atlantic, HBO Max, it's on Geo Cinema, and what a finale it has been. I am still in shock. And I watched this episode back on Monday. And what can I say? This entire Matt Reeves universe is so well grounded, and what he's done with this particular character, wow. Just throwing it out there. All the curveballs that you can think. So let's get into the episode anyway, and let's go into this. So it kicks off from when the Penguin's been kidnapped. He's in Monroe's. He's found his mum. Sophia tells a story about two birds. Two young birds that she and her brother found as kids in a nest. And the bird's mum was always feeding one bird that got fatter and bigger and stronger. And then the little bird that's not being fed decides to take out the bigger bird by attacking and throwing it at the nest, killing it. And she relates that back to Oswald, because of what he done to his two brothers. He killed off his own two brothers, probably accidentally, but he done it so he could have his mum all to himself. And further to that, the mum knew it. That's where the episode really kicks off. The mum knew everything, and she was going to set up Oz to get killed off by the local gangster. She decided against it. And, because the local gangsters said that this guy can be used in more ways than one. And it's true. He has. He's proved himself all the way through to the very end. And what he has always done, he's created allies in the lower ranks while working his way up, and constantly bringing up people with him that he knows he can, he knows will be able to ally and help him when he needs it the most. So there is a discovery, and that is the mum decides to let Oswald and everyone else know that is true. She was going to get him killed off. But Penguin is such a psychopath. He's detached from it all. He even tries to, make it out that they've subliminally implanted something into his mum, because he didn't do it. But clearly he did. But that is used as a way for him to escape. And he does. He gets out of there. But while he gets out of there, his mum suffers a stroke, and they have to take her to the hospital. Victor, on the other hand, has got all the other gangs from the Golden Summit together to get to the Crown Heights. And they're blocked off by the police, in short, because of the bombing that Sophia Gigantte had set off. And that scares all the lower minor gangsters out there, to the point whereby Victor calls them out and calls them all cowards. He gets punched by one of the Triad guys, who also warns him, you keep talking like that, you will get a bullet instead. So this leads to Victor now thinking, right, we are by ourselves. Oswald, Victor get together, they meet up, and now they set their plans into action. And their plan is quite brutal. But the Penguin is actually quite smart in how he does things, because he's also got leverage in the political side. He goes to the city hall, sees a politician who had been bribed. Let's face it, or his gambling debts were paid off. He owes the mafia something. So he makes it happen. But how does he make it happen? He twists the narrative. He knows if you change the narrative and you keep yourself out of it, and you set the narrative up as the Maronis versus the Falcons, and you're keeping yourself out of it all, you've created the new bad guys. Maroni died. Sal Maroni died in the previous episode from a heart attack while fighting the Penguin. And the Penguin didn't want that to be a matter of, oh dear God, I won because he had a heart attack. He was like, he really wanted that fight. But this sets everything into motion. So the city councillor instructs the police, gives the evidence, lets them get on with it. They do their investigation, find out that, all right, you know what? There's weight to this. Let's do this because the vehicle did belong to the Falcons. Sal Maroni was lying dead, in the drug den underground. And the drugs are all there. Everything, it all matches up to what the Penguin is saying, to what Oz is saying. And of course, they make the move. Once they make the move isn't what you're thinking. The move isn't a matter of, oh, let's go all guns blazing. No. He gets the underlings to take out all the heads. And it is really brutal how you see the heads get taken out, from being shot to strangulation to being brutally beaten. It is, the second in charge, all the guys that have been ignored, take out the decision makers, and they then become the bosses, all loyal to Oz. But you think Sophia Gigantte is going to be killed off? No. He sets her up. Because he still had a soft spot for her. She wasn't, she was a victim herself. And he knows that. It was her father, Carmine Falcone, who'd done it all. And he knew that. 10 years she was abused. And you saw that right throughout the series. So the best thing that he can do is help her. He was going to put her in the back of her head, or so you think. He actually kept her there so that the police could come and arrest her. She goes back into Arkham Asylum. Everything is pinned on her. The city councillor does exactly what the Penguin is said to do. That's the narrative that you tell because all the evidence is there. Case closed. But you do see some shining lights at the end of it, which is the Penguin is now the Penguin. Sophia Falcone gets a letter from Selena Kyle saying that she is her half-sister. So there is family still, and there's something to live for. And more importantly, there's a happy ending for Oswald and Victor. No, there isn't. Because you actually see what Oz is really all about. He can't leave any weaknesses anywhere. So he kills Victor. He strangles him to death. And that is where the twist all comes in. And you're shocked by this. Because they've been together from almost, from the first episode. But this is the twisted, psychotic personality of Oswald. And I tell you what, as a crime series, it came out of nowhere. Colin Farrell's performance has been just immense. But comic fans, understand this. You do get to see the Penguin in his comic accurate form right at the end. He's got the penthouse for his mum. His mum is looking out at everything. She's, she can't do anything apart from cry. She's catatonic. She's looking out the penthouse window. Oswald is dancing with his prostitute and being elated. And then you see the bat signal come up. Wow. One episode. Matt Reeves, superior. And this can lead to other villains like Two-Face in this sort of vein. I'm all for it. So, let me know, guys, what you think in the comments. What a series this has been. As always, whatever platform you're watching this on, give me a like, give me a follow, subscribe. Let me know in the comments. As always, if you don't know how to do that, you all need to go back to school. So says the Tycoon.